Boom shakalaka, what will 50 million Shiba Inu coins be worth in 2025? And more importantly, how many SHIB tokens do you need to be a millionaire? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we are taking a look at how much 50 million Shiba Inu coins will be worth in 2025 and how many SHIB tokens you need to be a millionaire. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, join us on Twitter at Crypto and of course, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos since 2017. Now, why are we making this video today? Well, it does appear like we are at a very critical moment in terms of the 2024-2025 bull run. As a matter of fact, right now is the moment before things went on an absolutely historic altcoin run last cycle. If we compare where we are right now with where we were in January of 2021. Back in 2021, Bitcoin had 4 weeks of price discovery, ETH was 20% below its all-time highs, and Dogecoin was at its first pause. Now, right after this, the altcoin or Bitcoin dominance reversed and started dropping, and we had 4 months of a historic altcoin run as capital rotated and mania hit. Now, fast forward to today, we have 5 weeks of Bitcoin price discovery as opposed to 4 weeks back then. We have ETH also 20% below all-time highs. We have Doge also at its first pause. And we have Bitcoin dominance starting to reverse. All of these things happened right before alt season last cycle. And there's many, many more indicators as well. Because if we take a look at the trend line where Bitcoin is sitting, right now it is sitting at the channel median. Now, the last time it broke the channel median, that was exactly when Bitcoin dominance fell off and alt season happened. So again, flashes of previous cycles, but we are starting to see Bitcoin dominance breaking through support. Now, when this happened historically, these were alt seasons, all of these things happening. We also have a cross and MACD right down here. So it does appear like alt season is happening in every single indicator, whether we look at Bitcoin dominance breaking out of this rising wedge, or if we take a look at the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and ETH, or excluding the top 10, all of these have extremely bullish signals for altcoins. So if you need one more, we just take a look at the 2-month crypto total market cap, excluding the top 10, and the super trend just flipped bullish for the first time in a long time. But the last 2 times this happened, it was the beginning of alt season. So we have a lot of indicators that alt season is here, and this could be a historic alt season, because what it took previously one whole cycle to do, it looks like the same thing is shaping up, but it took 2 cycles to do, which makes me think potentially this fractal suggests we might have an alt season that maybe is twice as large as that 2017 alt season, because this one took from 2017 until now 2 complete cycles to complete this alt season. So all these things are pointing towards we're about to have a massive alt season. That brings us to Shiba. Now, if you don't know about Shiba Inu, there's plenty of other videos you can watch. They'll tell you all about the ecosystem. You could go to the website, see they have a giant ecosystem, whole bunch of stuff going on, everything you could possibly need with any type of cryptocurrency. Definitely not a small one. But if we take a look at the chart right here, a few very interesting things on the chart. First off, we have this downtrend on the top here, which based on the very top of the candle wicks, we have not yet reached. But if we take a look from the candle bodies, that's the second trend line right here, we've already broken through it once, and price is sitting right at that trend line right now, potentially about to flip that resistance for support. Now, not only that, but Shiba has also broken through this downtrend right here. So that tells us it is on the path of breaking out. We do have this dash line, very critical. This is a nice cup and handle formation. Can draw it for you. This is a giant cup. And right here is a little dainty handle that you always keep your pinkies up, because that's how you drink tea. And that's definitely what you want with these bullish price predictive patterns. Well, if we see right here, based on the candle body, we are not far from that confirmation point. And should price break through there, well, then there is a high likelihood the price could go much higher. As a matter of fact, all the way up to this bullseye, which is about 3 zeros and a 2 right now for price. So that's, I think, 1/5 of a penny in terms of price for Shiba. But that could send things much, much higher. And that is in the very near future. So should we break the next few levels, and particularly this downtrend, which is being broken right now. You can see prices sitting right at those levels. Well, that could send price a lot higher for Shiba. Now, if we take a look right now, number 13 on coin market cap, price is 4 zeros and a 2, which I think is a fifth. I don't know. That's a 50th of a penny, a 500th of a penny, something like that. And market cap is $16.6 billion. Now, let's fast forward back. Let's just take a look right back here. Shiba had pumped once, and then, it was right before things were starting to happen, kind of reminiscent of where we are now, where things have already started to take off. But they're not just, we're before the FOMO. Now, right back here, Shiba was one of the first coins to take off because it had its peak in the end of October of 2021. And really, the things just started in October of 2021. So it was one of the first coins to take off, which tells me that if we do have an alt season happening, Shiba is likely to be one of the first coins to take off, especially because, Dogecoin's about to pump, and it's one of the most massive meme coins here, Shiba, that is. So all of those things combined, let's say that you just bought at the bottom back there in September 2021 when things were starting to pump. You could have bought Shiba at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and a 6, and then sold it a month later in October for 4 zeros and an 8, 13xing your investment. That would have been pretty cool. That means you could have been a millionaire very easily by buying 12.5 billion SHIB tokens for $75,000. But I'm guessing you didn't do that because you would have probably just retired or just blown all the money doing whatever you do. But prices come down. You can see it does appear like this downtrend is broken right here, especially based on this, which doesn't have the wick. So you can see based on this, it looks like the downtrend is broken. Things are starting to go up. You can see very clearly the cup and handle formation right here. It seems like the time in the market when things are about to take off. So let's look at some potential scenarios for SHIB token. Let's say you watch this video, you're convinced, you're like, alt season's happening. SHIB's one of the coins that's poised to take off, especially first, because Bitcoin's been taking off. Next will be ETH and then SHIB and then all the other coins. Let's say I like these videos by that Randall guy. I'm just going to take $1,000 that's burning a hole in my pocket and plop it into SHIB token. Now, if you do that, that's your own prerogative. Do your own due diligence first. Clearly not investment advice. But if you did that, you would be able to buy today at this 4 zeros and a 2, you'd be able to buy 50 million SHIB. Now, let's take a look at some future scenarios to see what that 50 million SHIB could be worth in the future. Let's just say, and this would be a real conservative estimate for what is possible for SHIB. So let's just say that SHIB goes back to its previous all-time high price. And the all-time high price was 4 zeros and an 8. Well, if it did that, and that would probably be like the worst performing alt season ever, you would still 4x that $1,000, making you $4,422 with a 4 zero and an 8 SHIB. $72 billion market cap. Again, very, very realistic. I think there's probably 100% probability that'll happen, but again, not investment advice. Now, that's scenario 1. Which brings us to scenario 2. You see, last cycle, Dogecoin, which is the father of all memes, the Doge father of all memes, we'll say, had a market cap of $89 billion. I have a feeling we'll see a good number of meme coins this cycle that have a market cap of $89 billion. And if Shiba is one of those, and I think this is, again, a very, very likely scenario, I would probably bet for it happening as opposed to bet against it happening. If that happened, you would 5.5x your $1,000, making you $7,589 with a 3 zeros and a 1 cent, or 3 zeros and a 1 SHIB token, $89 billion market cap. So again, it appears pretty likely that you could make a pretty decent return on SHIB. Almost guaranteed, but clearly nothing's guaranteed. It could go zero, it could disappear tomorrow. It could have been a whole Ponzi scheme or a rug pull, masterminded by Vitalik. Go figure. He thinks that by airdropping himself some SHIB tokens, I think half of the supply or something like that, that gains its popularity. And then he just waits 4 years later for everybody to get on board and then pulls the rug. He is a mastermind. I mean, he did invent Ethereum. So that's scenario 2. Which brings us to scenario 3. Talking about Ethereum. Wow, great transition, Randall. Thank you so much. Talking about Ethereum. Last cycle, Ethereum had a market cap of $559 billion. Now, I have a feeling we're going to see a good number of altcoins this cycle with the same market cap that Ethereum had last cycle. And here's the reason why. We just need to go back to this expanding cycles theory. Again, a small fractal, larger fractal, small alt season, larger alt season. It seems just likely to me that that's going to happen as the market expands, because back here, Ethereum had a $559 billion market cap with like $1 trillion market cap total. Now we could have potentially 10 trillion or more. Well, there's room for more of these large coins out there. If Shiba Inu turns out to be one of those coins and has a market cap that Ethereum had last cycle, again, not that unlikely. I would say maybe there's like a 50-50 chance of this happening. Well, maybe that's a bit high, but we'll see. But if that happened, you would 34x that $1,000, making you $47,668,000 with a 30 and a 9 cent Shiba. Now, I'm sure you guys are seeing this and you're like 34x times, $1,000 doesn't equal that. Well, it's roughly $1,000 that you would buy with this. And there's also trailing digits here that I did not put. So that's why the numbers are a little bit different. But almost $50,000 from $1,000 for doing nothing and just waiting for something that's probably a coin flip chance of happening. I would not be surprised if we saw Shiba this cycle hitting what Ethereum did last cycle. Which brings us to a couple scenarios that are maybe a little bit more out there, but you know what? They're still in the realm of possibility. The first one, I think, is potentially very possible. Now, you'll have to bear with me on this one. But as of yet, Bitcoin, $2 trillion market cap. We have yet to have an altcoin with a $1 trillion market cap. Ethereum's getting close. It's like half of $1 trillion, but not yet $1 trillion. But we're going to get somewhere because alt season hasn't really even started yet. So once things start popping off, for Ethereum to double, not that out there. Okay? It could happen. And it could be like one of those things like the 4-minute mile where they thought that was impossible. It's not human physically possible. And then one dude did it, and the same year 20 other people did it. So it could be the same type of thing where we see Ethereum break $1 trillion market cap, and then every other altcoin in the top 10 breaks $1 trillion market cap because they would only need to 10x, and 10x for an altcoin in an alt season is really not that out of there. So if that happened, and if that was SHIB token, guess what? You would 61x your $1,000, making you $60,975 with a tenth of a penny SHIB token. Pretty cool, right? And that brings us to our last scenario. This is one for the people who like long shots, who are just degenerate gamblers and, just like to throw their money away. But hey, it's possible. Maybe less than 1 in 100, maybe less than 1 in 1,000, but it's possible, and here's why. So, people speculate that this cycle we're going to have a market cap of $10 trillion. And based on history, we can see that the highest altcoin market dominance ever was by Ethereum, 32%. Well, if we take 32% of $10 trillion, that's, you guessed it, $3.2 trillion. And if the stars align, all the Doge stars and Shiba stars and all these dog meme coin stars align in the sky, and it just so happens that SHIB token has a market cap of $3.2 trillion, well, you would be very happy because you would 195x that $1,000, making you $195,121 with a third of a penny SHIB token. Pretty crazy. And in that scenario, if that did happen, guess what? To be a millionaire, you would just need to buy $5,128 of SHIB today. Roughly 250 million or quarter billion SHIB tokens. Pretty crazy, right? So anyways, that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, we have a whole playlist right there of crypto price predictions for 2025. And guess what? The first video, XRP, the first price prediction on there, spot freaking on. So check out the playlist. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.